Good evening, and welcome. You are safe here, resting at the quiet edge of the day, where nothing needs your attention, and nothing asks to be solved. Tonight, your mind is invited to slow down gently as we explore soft, calming facts about the planet you live on. Not to learn, not to remember, but simply to drift. Let your body settle. Let your breathing soften. The earth has been turning calmly for billions of years, and for this moment, you are allowed to rest upon it. The earth beneath you is never still, yet it is never in a hurry. Right now, as you listen, the planet is rotating smoothly, completing a slow turn that takes 24 hours. At the surface, where you rest, that motion is almost impossible to feel. You are carried gently through space at over 1,000 kilometers per hour, yet your body experiences only stillness. This quiet movement is constant, steady, and perfectly balanced, allowing oceans, continents, and atmosphere to move together in harmony. Earth floats in space without support, held in place by gravity and motion rather than effort. Gravity itself is not a force pulling downward, but a gentle curvature of space caused by Earth's mass. It is what holds the air around the planet, what keeps oceans from drifting away, and what allows your body to feel safely grounded as you rest. Even now, gravity is working silently, without sound or sensation, holding everything exactly where it belongs. The atmosphere surrounding Earth is remarkably thin. If the planet were the size of a smooth apple, the air you breathe would be thinner than the apple's skin. Yet this fragile layer protects all life, filtering sunlight, warming the surface, and slowing incoming particles from space. As you breathe, you are sharing air that has traveled around the planet countless times, circulating slowly, calmly, without destination or urgency. Earth's surface is mostly water, and water moves with extraordinary patience. Ocean currents take years to complete their journeys, flowing slowly across the globe like a quiet breath. The deepest parts of the ocean remain almost perfectly still, undisturbed by storms above. Even there, far below the surface, Earth remains calm, stable, and silent. The planet's core, far beneath your feet, is warm and active, yet completely unreachable to sound or sensation. Molten materia moves slowly, generating Earth's magnetic field, which quietly shields the planet from solar radiation. You never feel this protection, yet it surrounds you constantly, invisible and steady, like a quiet guardian that never sleeps. Day and night move across Earth without pause. As you rest, sunlight is touching another part of the planet, warming distant land and sea. Somewhere else, night is deepening, just as it is for you. This endless cycle requires no attention and no effort. The Earth simply continues, calm and reliable, carrying every living thing gently through space. Rocks beneath the surface remember time differently than humans do. Mountains rise and erode over millions of years. Continents drift slowly, at the speed your fingernails grow. Even dramatic changes unfold with extraordinary patience. The planet never rushes. Everything happens gradually, quietly, without alarm. As you breathe now, your body rests upon a planet that has learned stillness through motion and balance through time. You do not need to understand these facts or remember them. They are here only to remind your mind that stability exists, that calm is natural, and that rest is supported by something vast and enduring beneath you. Earth continues its gentle rotation. Space remains silent. Gravity holds, and for this moment, nothing is required of you at all. Block 2. Genta facts the planet whispers. The Earth shares its calm through quiet details, small truths that exist whether or not anyone is paying attention. These facts do not ask to be memorized. They are here only to slow the mind, like listening to a steady rhythm in the distance. The planet completes one full rotation every 24 hours, but that movement is so smooth, that life at the surface feels almost perfectly still. Even strong winds and ocean waves are only tiny motions compared to the calm precision of Earth turning through space. This steady rotation creates day and night without effort, without sound, and without pause. Earth's axis is gently tilted, and that small tilt is what gives rise to seasons. Because of it, sunlight moves slowly across the planet over the course of a year, warming different regions in turn. Nothing shifts suddenly. Changes arrive gradually, allowing life to adapt at its own quiet pace. Clouds move far more slowly than they appear to from the ground. From space, entire weather systems drift like soft brushstrokes across the planet, taking days to cross oceans and continents. Even storms are part of a larger, calmer flow, guided by temperature differences and Earth's rotation rather than force or urgency. The air around you is always in motion, but most of it moves gently. Breezes form when warm air rises and cooler air drifts in to replace it. This constant exchange happens everywhere, all the time, maintaining balance without any need for control. The atmosphere adjusts itself quietly, like a slow, continuous breath. Earth's oceans help regulate temperature by absorbing heat during the day and releasing it slowly at night. This is one reason coastal areas experience milder climates. Water changes temperature very slowly, and that patience spreads calm across the planet, smoothing extremes and softening transitions. The deepest parts of the ocean are some of the quietest places on Earth. At those depths, there is almost no movement, no light, and no sound. Water there has remained undisturbed for centuries, resting far below the surface where storms cannot reach. Even on an active planet, profound stillness exists. Earth's magnetic field extends far into space, forming an invisible shield that deflects charged particles from the sun. When these particles interact with the atmosphere near the poles, they create aurora slow-moving curtains of light that drift silently across the sky. These displays are gentle reminders of protection happening quietly above. Rivers rarely flow in straight lines. They curve and wander naturally, following the easiest paths rather than the shortest ones. Over time, they shape landscapes patiently, carving valleys and nourishing ecosystems without hurry. Water always finds balance through movement that feels unforced. The ground beneath you stores warmth from the sun during the day and releases it slowly after nightfall. Even when the air cools, the Earth continues to share its heat gently, maintaining a sense of stability. Beneath the surface, the planet never fully lets go of warmth. It redistributes it calmly. As these soft facts settle into the background, the mind has nothing to hold on to and nothing to solve. Earth continues doing what it has always done, rotating, balancing, protecting, and resting between moments of change. And as the planet remains steady beneath you, your body is free to do the same, easing naturally toward deeper rest. Block 3. Slow surfaces and patient time. The surface of Earth tells its story in the quietest possible way, through shapes and textures formed over immense stretches of time. Nothing you see around you appeared suddenly or with urgency. Plains, hills, mountains, deserts, and valleys emerge through movements so slow that they never felt like change at all. The planet shapes itself with patience, allowing time to do the work gently, without force, without haste. Mountains rise through pressure that builds deep beneath the surface, far from sound or sensation. Tectonic plates drift at a pace measured in centimeters per year, slower than a calm breath, slower than a resting heartbeat. Over millions of years, this almost imperceptible motion lifts stone upward, creating peaks that seem solid and permanent. Yet even these massive forms are the result of steady persistence rather than sudden events. The Earth never rushes to build. Once formed, mountains begin a quiet return to the surface. Wind brushes against them endlessly. Rain falls drop by drop. Ice expands and contracts with temperature, loosening tiny fragments of stone. Erosion never stops, but it never hurries. A single moment changes nothing, yet countless moments slowly reshape entire ranges. The planet balances itself by lifting and lowering its surface in an endless, calm rhythm. Rivers follow the same patient logic. They rarely take the shortest route. Instead, they wander, curving and bending in response to the land. Water moves toward ease rather than speed, flowing around obstacles rather than through them. Over centuries, these gentle movements carve valleys and plains. Stone does not resist water. It slowly yields to it. Change happens not through force, but through consistency. Deserts appear still and empty, yet they're among the most stable environments on Earth. During the day, sand absorbs heat slowly. At night, it releases that warmth just as gradually. Temperature shifts unfold over hours, not seconds, creating calm transitions between warmth and coolness. Even in extreme environments, the planet avoids sharp edges, choosing balance through time. Soil beneath your feet forms through processes that take years, sometimes centuries. Rock breaks down grain by grain. Organic matter settles slowly into the ground. Tiny organisms work constantly, unseen and unheard, turning minerals into nourishment. This quiet activity supports forests, grasslands, and crops without interruption. Life is sustained not by speed, but by steady, patient transformation. Forests grow in the same way. Trees add one ring at a time, marking each year without hurry. Some trees live for hundreds or even thousands of years, standing calmly as seasons pass around them. Their growth is silent and incremental, guided by sunlight, water, and time, rather than urgency. Even falling leaves return gently to the soil, continuing the cycle. Coastlines shift slowly with each tide. Waves arrive, touch the shore, and retreat, repeating the same motion endlessly. Over long periods, this gentle movement reshapes beaches and cliffs. Islands rise from the sea through repeated flows of lava that cool slowly, layer by layer, settling into place. Even fire, when it shapes Earth, works patiently, guided by gravity and cooling rather than chaos. Night moves across these surfaces with the same calm consistency. As darkness spreads, temperatures ease downward, activity slows, and life rests. The planet offers this pause every 24 hours without fail. Night is not an interruption. It is a built-in moment of recovery, a rhythm that has guided Earth for billions of years. Time on Earth moves differently than human time. A single lifetime is only a brief instant in the planet. It's a long memory. Rocks remember ancient oceans. Ice remembers climates long past. The ground beneath you has already been many things and will become many more, all through quiet transformation rather than dramatic change. As these slow facts settle into your awareness, there is nothing to hold on to and nothing to solve. Earth continues shaping itself calmly, steadily, without concern. And as the planet remains patient beneath you, your thoughts are free to slow as well, easing gently into the same unhurried rhythm where rest feels natural and time feels kind. Block 4. Water, ice, and the planet's quiet cycles. Water moves through Earth with a calm patience that never fades. It does not hurry to arrive anywhere, and it does not resist the paths it follows. Oceans rise and fall in gentle rhythms, guided quietly by the moon's steady presence. Tides arrive without sound, touch the shore briefly, and withdraw again, repeating the same motion over and over. This slow breathing of the sea has continued for billions of years, shaping coastlines grain by grain, never rushing, never stopping. Rain begins its journey high above the surface, where tiny droplets gather slowly within clouds. These droplets drift together gradually, suspended in air, until they become heavy enough to fall. When rain finally descends, it does so softly, guided only by gravity. Each drop travels its own calm path, cooling the air as it falls, landing gently on soil, leaves, rivers, and oceans. A single rainfall rarely changes the land, but countless rains over time nourish forests, fill lakes, and carve landscapes with quiet persistence. Lakes, seas, and oceans store warmth with remarkable patience. During the day, water absorbs heat from the sun slowly and evenly. At night, it releases that warmth just as gradually, preventing sharp changes in temperature. This gentle exchange helps keep Earth's climate stable and calm. Even now, vast bodies of water are quietly regulating temperatures across the planet, smoothing extremes without drawing attention. Ice is simply water resting in a slower, quieter form. Glaciers begin a snowfall that accumulates over centuries, compressing layer by layer into dense, silent ice. These frozen rivers move so slowly that their motion cannot be felt. A glacier may take hundreds of years to travel a single kilometer, carrying stone, air bubbles, and ancient snowfall within it. In their stillness, glaciers preserve records of Earth's past climates, storing memory in silence. As ice slowly melts, water returns gently to motion. Meltwater flows calmly into streams and rivers, finding its way back to the sea without urgency. This slow return completes a cycle that never ends. Water evaporates, forms clouds, falls as rain or snow, freezes, melts, and rises again. The planet repeats this cycle endlessly, without effort, trusting time to maintain balance. Beneath the surface of the oceans, water moves in ways that are almost completely silent. Cold, dense water sinks and travels along the ocean floor in deep currents that take centuries to complete their paths. These slow circulations move heat and nutrients around the globe, far below storms and waves. In these depths, motion exists without disturbance, and silence is nearly absolute. Morning dew forms when air cools enough for moisture to settle quietly onto surfaces. Each tiny droplet appears without sound, resting briefly on grass and leaves before evaporating back into the air. This small daily cycle reflects the planet's larger rhythm, rest and release repeating, without awareness or intention. Fog drifts gently when warm air meets cooler ground, softening landscapes and slowing perception. Lakes release mist slowly at night, as water gives back the warmth it held during the day. These subtle movements of moisture calm the environment, reducing contrast and quieting sound, creating moments of natural stillness. As these gentle facts about water and ice drift through awareness, there is nothing to calculate and nothing to remember. Earth continues moving water patiently through endless cycles of balance and return, and as the planet flows without hurry, your thoughts can follow that same pace, slowing naturally, softening gently, and settling deeper into a calm that feels steady, supported, and ready for rest. Blot 5. The atmosphere breathing slowly around the planet. The air surrounding Earth is always in motion, yet it moves with a softness that is rarely noticed. This atmosphere, so thin when seen from space, wraps the planet gently, like a quiet layer of protection that never presses and never pulls away. It does not announce itself. It simply remains steady and balanced, allowing life to exist comfortably beneath it. Every moment, the atmosphere adjusts itself, without sound, without effort, maintaining conditions that feel calm and stable. Air moves not because it is pushed, but because it seeks balance. When sunlight warms the surface of the Earth, the air above it rises slowly, becoming lighter. Cooler air drifts in to replace it, not rushing, not colliding, but flowing gently into place. This exchange happens constantly across the planet, forming a slow, continuous circulation. Most of the air you breathe tonight has traveled vast distances over time, passing quietly over oceans, forests, deserts, and cities, never needing direction, never needing rest. Clouds form as warm air rises and cools, allowing moisture to gather into tiny droplets. These droplets are so small and light that they float effortlessly, suspended in the air. Over time, they come together, forming clouds that drift patiently across the sky. From the ground, clouds may seem to move quickly, but from above, they travel slowly, taking hours or days to cross continents and seas. Even the largest cloud systems are part of a calm, steady process rather than sudden change. Wind is simply air responding to gentle differences in pressure. Light breezes form when these differences are small, brushing softly against the surface of the earth. Leaves move slightly. Water ripples quietly. Most winds are subtle, almost unnoticeable, blending into the background of daily life. Strong winds are less common, and even they are guided by large, slow-moving patterns rather than chaos. The atmosphere prefers balance, choosing gradual adjustment over abrupt motion. The air also acts as a quiet reservoir for heat. During the day, it absorbs warmth from the sun and from the surface of the earth. At night, it releases that warmth slowly, allowing temperatures to ease downward without sharp shifts. This gentle exchange prevents extremes, creating transitions that feel natural and soothing. Even now, as night settles in, the air is cooling gradually, letting warmth fade without urgency. Higher above the surface, the atmosphere becomes thinner and calmer. Above the layers where weather forms, air moves slowly and smoothly, following the planet's rotation. In these upper regions, there is little turbulence and almost no sound. Movement exists, but it is broad and steady, unfolding over long periods of time. These layers help distribute energy evenly around the globe, maintaining balance without ever drawing attention. The atmosphere is made mostly of nitrogen and oxygen, mixed continuously through countless small movements. This mixing happens naturally, without planning or effort. Every breath you take is supported by this quiet circulation, delivering air that is evenly balanced and ready to sustain life. You never need to think about it. The atmosphere does its work silently, moment after moment. At night, the air becomes even calmer. Without strong sunlight, rising currents slow, and winds often soften. Sound travels farther but more gently, carried smoothly through cooler air. The world feels quieter, not because movement stops, but because everything settles into harmony. Night gives the atmosphere a chance to rest into stillness, just as living things do. As these gentle facts about Earth's atmosphere drift through awareness, there is nothing to analyze and nothing to remember. The air continues to circulate calmly, breathing around the planet without pause. And as Earth's atmosphere moves softly and steadily, your own breathing can follow that same rhythm, slowing naturally, becoming lighter and more even, ready to carry you deeper into rest. Block 6. Clouds, currents, and the slow motion of air. Clouds move through the sky with a patience that mirrors the planet itself. They do not rush to arrive anywhere, and they do not resist the paths they follow. Formed from tiny droplets and ice crystals, clouds drift according to gentle currents that circle the globe slowly and steadily. Their movement is shaped by temperature, height, and pressure, all working together quietly, without conflict, without urgency. High above the surface, thin clouds stretch across the sky like soft veils. These clouds form where air is cold and still, far from storms and surface noise. They can remain nearly unchanged for hours, sometimes days, moving so slowly that their motion is almost impossible to notice. In these upper layers, the atmosphere feels calm and smooth, guided more by balance than by force. Lower clouds form closer to the surface, where air meets land and water. Here, warm air rises gently, cools, and releases moisture into the sky. This process happens continuously, everywhere on Earth, yet it rarely demands attention. Clouds appear, change shape, thin out, and dissolve, all without effort. Nothing is held too tightly. Nothing is forced to remain. Air currents wrap around the planet in vast, invisible loops. Some take days to complete a journey. Others take weeks or months. These currents distribute heat and moisture evenly, preventing extremes and creating stability. The planet uses these slow pathways to share energy calmly, allowing one region to warm while another cools, all without abrupt change. Jet streams flow high above the surface, narrow bands of faster-moving air that circle the globe. Even these currents, though quicker than most winds, follow gentle curves shaped by Earth's rotation. They guide weather systems slowly, steering clouds and storms along predictable paths. Nothing moves randomly. Everything follows patterns refined over time. Most of the air near the ground moves gently. Light breezes pass through landscapes quietly, shaping sound and scent more than sight. You may feel air on your skin without hearing it or seeing it. This softness is intentional. The planet prefers subtle movement, allowing air to circulate without disturbing rest. As night deepens, air near the surface cools and settles, rising currents weaken, and the atmosphere becomes more layered and calm. This settling reduces turbulence and creates a sense of quiet that spreads across the landscape. Sound softens, motion slows. The air itself seems to pause, holding the night gently in place. Fog forms when air cools just enough for moisture to gather close to the ground. It does not fall or rise quickly. It drifts slowly, smoothing edges and quieting space. Fog absorbs sound and softens distance, creating an environment where movement feels distant and unimportant. The planet uses fog as a natural way to slow perception and calm the surface. Air pressure changes gradually across wide areas. These slow shifts guide weather without sudden impact. A calm high-pressure system can remain in place for days, keeping skies clear and winds light. Even when weather changes, it often does so with patience, giving the planet time to adjust smoothly. Throughout all of this movement, the atmosphere never stops breathing around Earth. It rises, settles, drifts, and circulates continuously, yet rarely draws attention to itself. This quiet motion supports life without asking for awareness. The planet breathes through its air gently, steadily, without strain. As these sleepy facts about clouds and air currents settle into the background, there's nothing to follow and nothing to remember. The atmosphere continues its slow circulation, guiding clouds across the sky and calming the surface below. And as Earth's air moves patiently around the globe, your own awareness can drift in the same way, unhurried and light, carried naturally toward deeper rest. Block 7 winds that travel without hurry. Wind is often imagined as movement, but on Earth, wind is more accurately described as adjustment. Air moves not to rush forward, but to restore balance gently. When one place becomes warmer than another, air responds slowly, drifting from areas of higher pressure to lower pressure, smoothing differences without force. Most of the time, this movement is so subtle that it passes unnoticed, blending quietly into the background of life. Gentle winds are the most common kind on the planet. They move through forests without bending trunks, across water without lifting waves, and over land without leaving marks. These winds carry temperature, moisture, and scent, connecting distant places softly. A breeze touching your skin has often traveled far, crossing hills, plains, and coastlines, gathering fragments of the world without holding on to any of them. Global wind patterns form vast loops that circle the Earth slowly. Trade winds, westerlies, and polarwesterlies move in wide bands, shaped by the planet's rotation. These systems do not change direction suddenly. They remain stable over long periods, guiding weather gently and predictably. The planet relies on these slow circulations to distribute warmth and moisture evenly, preventing extremes through patience rather than force. Over oceans, winds move with particular calm. With few obstacles, air flows smoothly across the surface of water, creating long, steady paths. These winds help to generate ocean currents, linking air and sea into one continuous system. Nothing here works alone. Wind and water cooperate quietly, each adjusting to the other, each moving just enough to maintain balance. At night, winds often weaken. Without the sun warming the surface, rising air slows, and movement near the ground becomes softer. The atmosphere settles into layers, each resting calmly above the next. This layered stillness reduces turbulence and noise, contributing to the quiet feeling of night. The planet naturally uses darkness as a time to reduce motion. Mountain winds move slowly and predictably. During the day, air warms and rises along slopes. At night, cooler air descends gently into valleys. These daily cycles repeat with remarkable consistency, guided by gravity and temperature rather than speed. Even in rugged landscapes, air prefers smooth transitions over sudden change. Sea breezes follow a similar rhythm. During the day, land warms faster than water, drawing cooler air inland. At night, this pattern reverses gently, with air drifting back toward the sea. These exchanges happen daily along coastlines, aroundtheworld.com and reliable, shaping climates without urgency. Dust and pollen, carried by wind, travel slowly and far. Tiny particles can remain suspended for days, moving across regions without falling. This quiet transport connects ecosystems, spreading nutrients and life without direction or intention. The wind does not choose what it carries, it simply moves, allowing balance to emerge naturally. Even strong winds are guided by structure rather than chaos. Storm systems follow predictable paths shaped by temperature gradients and Earth's rotation. While storms may feel intense at the surface, they are part of larger, slow-moving systems that redistribute energy over wide areas. The planet uses these systems sparingly, relying far more on gentle movement than force. As these calm facts about wind drift through awareness, there is nothing to track and nothing to anticipate. Air continues adjusting itself quietly, moving just enough to maintain balance. And as Earth's winds travel without hurry, your thoughts can do the same, releasing urgency, softening direction, and drifting gently toward deeper rest. Block 8. The sky is a quiet archive of time. The sky above Earth holds time in a way that is almost invisible, preserving change without noise or urgency. It does not rush to mark moments, and it does not cling to what has passed. Instead, it layers experience gently, one subtle shift at a time, creating a record that feels calm, continuous, and unbroken. Nothing in the sky happens suddenly. Even the most noticeable changes are the result of countless small adjustments unfolding patiently. High above the surface, the upper atmosphere changes very slowly. Air at these heights follows the rotation of the planet with smooth precision, circling Earth steadily without turbulence. Temperatures shift gradually, sometimes over seasons rather than hours. Pressure remains stable for long stretches of time. In Tis Region, the sky feels distant and enduring, untouched by daily concerns, carrying on with quiet consistency. Closer to the surface, clouds act as gentle markers of transformation. They form when conditions align slowly, not when commanded. Warm air rises, cools, and releases moisture into the sky, allowing clouds to appear without effort. Once formed, they stretch, thin, and reshape themselves constantly. Edges soften, shapes blur and reform. A cloud never resists becoming something else. It adapts quietly, dissolving when conditions change, leaving no trace behind. Sunlight moves through the sky in gradual arcs that guide the rhythm of the planet. Morning light arrives softly, warming land and water little by little. Shadows shorten slowly, colors shift gently. As the day continues, the sky filters sunlight through layers of air and moisture, smoothing its intensity. Evening does not arrive abruptly. Light fades gradually, allowing warmth to release back into the atmosphere in a calm, measured way. At night, the sky cools patiently. Without direct sunlight, heat escapes upward in a slow, steady process. This cooling unfolds over hours, not minutes, giving the planet time to settle. The sky absorbs and redistributes energy quietly, acting as a buffer that prevents sharp transitions. This gentle release helps create the stillness that night is known for, allowing the surface to rest. Stars appear fixed in place, yet they are always moving. Their light travels immense distances, sometimes for thousands or millions of years, before reaching Earth. When you look at the night sky, you are seeing layers of time arriving all at once. Ancient light, blending softly with the present moment. This arrival is silent and effortless, reminding the planet that time does not hurry, even across vast distances. The color of the sky itself changes with remarkable subtlety. Blue deepens slowly into darker tones as night approaches. At dawn, darkness lifts gradually, giving way to pale light that strengthens over time. These transitions are so smooth that they often go unnoticed unless attention rests on them. This guide prefers gradual shifts, allowing perception to soften rather than react. Weather leaves quiet impressions in the sky. A passing system alters cloud height, moisture, and pressure gently. Once it moves on, the sky slowly returns to balance. There is no lingering tension, no urgency to correct itself. Everything resets naturally, smoothing itself out over time, ready for the next slow adjustment. Sound also behaves differently beneath the night sky. Cooler air near the surface bends sound waves gently, allowing distant noises to travel softly, while nearby sounds feel muted. This subtle effect contributes to the quiet atmosphere of night, making the world feel calmer without requiring stillness. The sky helps hold sound gently, preventing it from rising sharply into awareness. The sky never stops recording these changes, yet it never demands attention for doing so. It holds light, motion, temperature, and time with equal calm. As these gentle facts about the sky drift through awareness, there's nothing to focus on and nothing to remember. The sky continues its quiet work overhead, storing the past softly while allowing the present to rest. And as the sky remains patient and steady above the planet, your thoughts can mirror that same pace, loosening their edges, drifting slowly and settling into a calm where time feels spacious, gentle, and kind. Block 9. The ground beneath that never hurries. Beneath everything you see and everything you touch, the ground carries a calm that rarely draws attention. It holds cities, forests, oceans, and mountains without effort, supporting weight without strain or resistance. From the surface, the Earth feels still and solid, yet it is part of a planet that is always adjusting itself slowly and carefully. This movement is so balanced and gradual that it feels more like rest and motion. Soil forms through patience rather than force. Rock does not break apart suddenly. It softens grain by grain as wind brushes across it. Rain touches it gently. Temperature changes repeat quietly over countless cycles. A single season alters almost nothing, but thousands of seasons transform stone into fertile ground. This process continues everywhere, unnoticed and uninterrupted, providing the foundation for life without ever asking for recognition. Below the soil, layers of rock rest in calm order, recording time silently. Sediment settles slowly at the bottom of seas, lakes, and ancient rivers, forming thin layers that remain undisturbed for millions of years. Each layer rests upon the last without pressure or conflict, preserving Earth's memory in quiet sequence. These layers do not rush to be formed, and they do not shift without reason. They simply remain, holding the past gently. The planet's crust moves, but at a pace so slow it almost escapes perception. Tectonic plates drift at speeds comparable to the growth of fingernails over vast spans of time. This gentle movement reshapes continents, opens oceans, and closes others. There is no urgency in this process. Change unfolds gradually, allowing the surface to adapt smoothly and maintain balance. Earthquakes, though noticeable when they occur, represent only brief moments in a much longer cycle of calm adjustment. Most of the time, pressure beneath the surface releases quietly and evenly, unnoticed by life above. The planet favors slow correction over sudden shifts, easing itself into balance rather than forcing change. Beneath hills and plains, caves form as water moves slowly through rock. Drop by drop, minerals dissolve, creating hidden spaces over thousands of years. Inside these underground chambers, sound fades quickly, temperature remains stable, and time feels suspended. These spaces exist in near constant stillness, shaped entirely by patience. Even beneath the oceans, the ground remains calm. Vast plains stretch silently across the seafloor, undisturbed by storms above. Sediment settles slowly, forming layers that may remain untouched for centuries. In these depths, movement exists without noise, and change happens at a pace that feels timeless. The ground also stores warmth gently. During daylight, it absorbs heat from the sun. At night, it releases that warmth slowly, softening temperature changes near the surface. This quiet exchange helps create stable conditions for rest, even as air cools. The earth beneath continues sharing warmth, supporting balance without interruption. Roots grow downward into soil without haste, guided by gravity and moisture rather than speed. They spread gently, anchoring plants and trees while drawing nourishment from the ground. This slow growth supports forests, fields, and ecosystems that rely entirely on the patient stability below. As these gentle facts about the ground beneath you drift through awareness, there is nothing to analyze and nothing to hold on to. The earth continues its quiet work, supporting life through balance rather than force. And as the planet remains steady beneath you, your body can trust that same stability, allowing muscles to soften, thoughts to slow, and rest to deepen naturally, supported by somethingancient.com and under Block 10. Time measured in silence. Time on Earth does not move the way human time does. It does not count hours or mark days with urgency. Instead, the planet measures time in silence, in slow transitions that unfold over spans so vast they feel almost imaginary. What seems permanent to human perception is often only a brief moment in Earth's long, patient story. Geological time stretches across billions of years, divided into eras that flow gently into one another rather than ending abruptly. These eras are not marked by clocks or dates, but by gradual changes in temperature, chemistry, and life itself. Oceans slowly appear and disappear. Continents drift apart and come together again. Ice advances and retreats over immense spans of time, reshaping the surface without haste. Rocks are among Earth's quietest timekeepers. They form slowly, layer by layer, crystal by crystal, holding records of pressure, heat, and age within their structure. Some rocks beneath the surface are older than complex life itself. They have rested in darkness for millions of years, unchanged, unaffected by the passing of seasons or generations above them. Fossils form only when conditions remain calm for long periods. Sediment must settle gently, covering remains without disturbance. Over time, minerals replace organic materials slowly, preserving shape and structure with extraordinary care. This process requires stillness and patience. Fossils exist because the Earth knows how to remain quiet long enough to remember. Ice sheets act as another kind of clock. Snow falls, compresses, and becomes ice over thousands of years. Each layer traps tiny bubbles of ancient air, preserving snapshots of past atmospheres. These frozen records remain sealed in silence, untouched until slowly revealed. Ice does not rush to form or to melt. It responds gradually, always respecting balance. Volcanoes, often imagined as sudden forces, spend most of their existence at rest. Magma moves slowly beneath the surface, sometimes taking centuries to rise. Pressure builds quietly, often releasing itself without eruption. Even when lava flows, it usually moves at a measured pace, cooling and settling into new land gradually. Fire on Earth is patient. The planet's magnetic field also changes slowly over time. Its strength rises and falls across thousands of years, occasionally shifting direction entirely. These changes happen without sound or sensation, unnoticed by life at the surface. Yet they shape the planet's interaction with space continuously. Another example of quiet transformation guided by time. Life itself follows Earth's slow rhythm. Evolution unfolds through countless small changes rather than sudden leaps. Species adapt gradually, shaped by environment over generations. Extinction and renewal occur not as single moments, but as extended processes that span millennia. The planet allows life to change gently, without urgency. From the planet's perspective, a human lifetime is a brief pause. Cities rise and fade. Languages change. Cultures evolve. Yet the Earth continues beneath it all, patient and steady, unaffected by short moments of activity. Time does not press the planet forward. It simply allows change to unfold when it is ready. As these quiet reflections on time drift through awareness, there is nothing to calculate and nothing to compare. Earth continues measuring time in silence, letting moments stretch and soften naturally. And as the planet remains unhurried across ages, your own sense of time can loosen, slowing gently, allowing rest to deepen without effort, held safely within a rhythm that has never needed to rush. Block 11 cycles that repeat without memory. Earth moves through cycles that do not remember the last time they happened and do not anticipate the next. These cycles repeat quietly, guided by balance rather than intention. Day follows night. Warmth follows coolness. Growth follows rest. None of these transitions require awareness. They occur because conditions gently shift, and the planet responds in the simplest possible way. Day and night are among the most familiar cycles, yet they're also among the calmest. As Earth rotates, sunlight moves slowly across the surface, warming land and water gradually. When night arrives, it does not interrupt this process, it completes it. Heat releases gently back into the air, allowing the surface to rest. This daily rhythm has continued for billions of years, steady and unchanged, offering a reliable pause every 24 hours. Seasons unfold with similar patience. Earth's slight tilt causes sunlight to shift slowly over the course of a year. There is no moment when one season suddenly ends and another begins. Instead, changes arrive gradually. Days lengthen or shorten by minutes at a time. Temperatures adjust slowly. Plants respond when they are ready. The planet never rushes these transitions. It allows each phase to fade naturally into the next. Water cycles endlessly through evaporation, condensation, and return. Oceans release moisture slowly into the air. Clouds form gently. Rain falls without urgency. Water flows back toward the sea at its own pace. This cycle does not track how many times it has occurred. It simply repeats, maintaining balance through consistency rather than effort. Carbon, oxygen, and other elements move through the planet in quiet loops. Plants absorb carbon dioxide slowly and release oxygen into the air. Animals breathe oxygen and release carbon dioxide in return. These exchanges happen continuously, without awareness, without pause. The planet maintains balance, not through control, but through repetition. Even the movement of nutrients through soil follows calm cycles. Organic matter settles, breaks down, and returns to the ground. Minerals dissolve and are absorbed by roots. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is hurried. The earth reuses its materials patiently, allowing life to continue without excess or strain. Ocean tides repeat with steady rhythm, guided by the moon's gravity. High tide becomes low tide. Low tide becomes high again. These movements are predictable and smooth, never rushed. Coastlines experience this gentle motion twice each day, a quiet reminder that repetition can be soothing rather than dull. Night animals follow their own cycles of activity and rest. They move softly through darkness, guided by instinct rather than urgency. At dawn, they retreat calmly, making space for daytime life. The planet accommodates these overlapping rhythms without conflict, allowing different forms of life to share the same surface peacefully. Even long cycles, like key sages, unfold slowly and predictably. Ice advances over thousands of years, then retreats just as slowly. Landscapes adjust gradually. Life adapts in small steps. These immense changes are still governed by the same principle of balance and patience that guides daily cycles. Earth does not remember its cycles, and it does not worry about repeating them. It simply continues, allowing patterns to unfold naturally. As these gentle repetitions drift through awareness, there is nothing to track and nothing to anticipate. The planet moves through its rhythms calmly, and in doing so, offers your mind permission to do the same. To release memory, let go of expectation, and rest within the quiet comfort of repetition that asks nothing at all. BLOCK 12. Motion so slow it feels like stillness. Much of Earth's movement happens at a pace so gentle that it feels indistinguishable from rest. The planet is never truly still, yet its motion is so balanced and gradual that life experiences it as stability. This slow motion is not hidden. It is simply calm enough to blend into the background, allowing everything on the surface to feel supported rather than carried. Earth rotates continuously, completing a full turn each day. Yet this movement is smooth and uninterrupted. There are no starts and no stops. The planet does not accelerate or slow abruptly. It turns with steady precision, creating day and night without vibration or sound. This rotation carries oceans, continents, clouds, and atmosphere together as a single system, unified in motion that never demands attention. At the same time, Earth travels through space along a wide, gentle path around the sun. This journey takes a full year to complete, yet it feels completely still from the surface. The planet moves through vast distances without wind, resistance, or friction, guided by gravity rather than effort. Even as Earth travels at great speed through space, life on its surface experiences calm and continuity. The moon moves around Earth with similar patience. Its orbit shifts slowly, creating predictable patterns of tides and light. The moon never rushes to change position. It drifts steadily, shaping ocean rhythms and night skies without interruption. Its influence is constant, quiet, and dependable. Another example of motion that feels like rest. Ocean currents also move at a pace that encourages calm. Some currents take decades to complete their circuits, flowing silently beneath the surface. These slow rivers within the sea transport heat and nutrients around the globe, supporting climate and life through long, uninterrupted journeys. Their movement is so gradual that it remains invisible, yet it shapes conditions everywhere. Beneath the surface, Earth's interior moves just as patiently. Molten rock circulates slowly within the mantle, transferring heat over millions of years. This motion drives the movement of tectonic plates, yet it does so gently, without haste. The surface changes not through sudden shifts, but through gradual adjustment that allows balance to remain intact. Even the atmosphere participates in this slow motion. Large-scale circulation patterns take weeks or months to complete, guiding air calmly around the planet. These movements distribute energy evenly, preventing extremes. Air rises, drifts, settles, and rises again, following paths refined over time rather than reacting impulsively. Plants reflect this same pace. Trees grow upward slowly, adding height and strength year by year. Roots spread gradually through soil, responding to moisture and gravity rather than speed. Leaves unfold, harden, and fall in cycles that respect time rather than resist it. Growth happens continuously, but never urgently. Night itself is a form of slow motion. As darkness spreads, activity eases, temperatures shift gently, and sound softens. The world does not stop, it slows. This slowing allows systems to reset quietly, restoring balance without interruption. Night gives motion a chance to become subtle, allowing stillness to emerge naturally. As these gentle reflections on slow movement drift through awareness, there is nothing to follow and nothing to anticipate. Earth continues moving with extraordinary patience, carrying everything smoothly through space and time. And as the planet's motion remains steady and your own inner movement can soften as well, easing into a calm where nothing needs to change quickly. And rest feels as natural as the slow turning of the Earth itself. Block 30 in quiet places where the planet rests. Across Earth, there are places where motion becomes almost imperceptible, where the planet seems to pause and rest within itself. These places are not empty, abandoned, or lifeless. They are simply calm, shaped by conditions that favor stillness over change. In these environments, time loosens its grip, sound fades quickly, and movement unfolds so slowly that it feels indistinguishable from silence. Deep beneath the oceans lie vast plains where water barely moves. Here, currents drift at a pace measured in centuries rather than days. Fine particles of sediment fall slowly through the water, settling gently onto the seafloor grain by grain. Sound dissolves almost immediately in these depths, absorbed by distance and pressure. Even powerful storms at the surface cannot reach this quiet. The planet rests here in darkness, holding stillness beneath layers of motion. Polar regions offer another expression of Earth's rest. Ice spreads across land and sea, reflecting light softly and absorbing sound. Snow falls gently and often remains where it lands for thousands of years, compressing slowly into ice. Temperatures change gradually, sometimes over centuries rather than seasons. Movement is minimal, and the landscape remains nearly unchanged for long periods of time. In these places, the planet preserves calm through cold and consistency. Deserts, though often imagined as harsh, are among the quietest environments on Earth. At night, temperatures fall slowly, and the air becomes still. Sand cools gradually, releasing warmth back into the atmosphere without sudden shifts. With little vegetation to rustle and little moisture to move, sound travels briefly and then disappears. The desert rests openly, its stillness uninterrupted and expansive. Dense forests create a different kind of quiet. Thick layers of leaves and soil absorb sound, softening footsteps, wind, and rain. Light filters gently through branches, moving slowly across the forest floor as the day progresses. Growth here is steady and quiet. Trees rise year by year, roots deepen gradually. Fallen leaves settle and decompose without disturbance. The forest remains calm, even while life continues within it. High mountain plateaus experience rest through space and thin air. Wind may pass through these elevated places, but it often does so gently, unbroken by obstacles. Snow remains undisturbed for long periods, and sound dissipates quickly into open distance. These landscapes feel removed from urgency, resting above much of the planet's daily movement, shaped by patience rather than pressure. Caves offer perhaps the deepest stillness of all. Shielded from weather, light, and daily temperature changes, caves remain nearly constant, yet water drips slowly from stone, sometimes forming stalactites and stalagmites over tens of thousands of years. Inside, sound fades instantly, and darkness remains complete. Time feels suspended. The Earth rests inwardly here, protected from surface activity, allowing change to occur at its slowest possible pace. Even beneath busy cities, pockets of quiet persist. Deep underground, the ground is unaffected by traffic, voices, and light. Temperature stays stable. Motion slows. Layers of Earth continue resting calmly regardless of what happens above. The planet's stillness remains intact, reminding us that rest exists even where activity seems constant. Lakes at night become mirrors of calm. Water settles into near stillness, reflecting the sky softly. Small movements smooth themselves out quickly, leaving the surface quiet and unbroken. Heat stored during the day releases gradually into the air, preventing sudden cooling. These waters rest gently, holding balance between movement and stillness. These quiet places are not rare exceptions. They are reminders of how the planet naturally organizes itself. Earth does not demand motion everywhere at once. It allows rest to exist alongside activity, stillness alongside change. This balance is neither accidental nor fragile. It is stable, ancient, and enduring. As these calm environments drift through awareness, there is no need to picture them clearly or remember their details. They exist, whether or not they are noticed. And as the planet continues to rest in these quiet places, your own awareness can follow that same pattern, settling gently into stillness, trusting that rest is not something to create, but something already present, waiting patiently beneath the surface. Block 14. The planet listening to itself. Earth is often imagined as active, dynamic, and constantly changing. Yet much of the time the planet is simply listening to itself. Not in awareness or intention, but in balance. Forces rise, meet resistance, soften, and settle. Nothing pushes endlessly. Nothing reacts impulsively. The planet responds to itself slowly, allowing equilibrium to return again and again. Deep within the Earth, pressure builds quietly. Heat moves outward from the core at an unhurried pace, transferring energy through layers of rock over millions of years. This movement is so gradual that it produces no sensation at the surface. The planet adjusts its internal temperature patiently, redistributing warmth without sound or urgency. Even immense forces are expressed gently when time is allowed to stretch. Vibrations move through the Earth constantly, yet most are too subtle to notice. The planet hums quietly with natural frequencies created by wind, waves, and shifting mass. These vibrations travel through rock and soil, dissipating smoothly without disturbance. The Earth absorbs and releases energy continuously, smoothing motion into calm. The ground listens to water as it moves slowly through soil and stone. Underground streams carve paths quietly, dissolving minerals drop by drop. Aquifers fill and empty over long periods, responding to rainfall and drought without haste. Water does not force its way through the Earth. It waits, seeps, and settles, allowing space to form naturally. Even the crust responds gently to change when weight is added or removed from ice sheets growing or melting. For example, the land adjusts slowly, rising or sinking over thousands of years. This process, known as isostatic balance, unfolds without sudden shifts. The planet accommodates change patiently, redistributing mass until balance is restored. Sound travels through Earth differently than through air. Low-frequency waves move long distances through rock, spreading slowly and evenly. These vibrations lose energy gradually, fading into stillness. The planet does not echo sharply. It absorbs, dampens, and quiets movement, favoring stability over reaction. The Earth also listens to space. Solar energy arrives steadily, filtered by atmosphere and magnetic fields before touching the surface. The planet absorbs part of this energy and reflects the rest gently back into space. This exchange happens continuously, without accumulation or urgency. Balance is maintained through constant, calm interaction rather than control. Temperature differences across the planet trigger slow responses rather than immediate ones. Heat moves from warmer regions to cooler ones through air, water, and ground. This transfer takes time. It smooths extremes, preventing sharp contrast. The planet allows temperature to settle gradually, maintaining comfort through moderation. Night offers a moment where the Earth's listening becomes more noticeable. With less solar input, many systems slow. Air settles. Surfaces cool gently. Motion becomes subtle. The planet is not inactive at night. It is attentive to its own balance, allowing processes to unfold quietly without interruption. Nothing about this listening requires awareness. It is not a choice or a response. It is simply how balance expresses itself when time is allowed to work fully. Earth does not rush to correct itself. It trusts that slow adjustment is enough. As these gentle ideas settle into the background, there is nothing to follow and nothing to interpret. The planet continues listening to itself, responding softly, maintaining equilibrium without effort. And as Earth rests within its own balance, your awareness can mirror that same state, quiet, receptive, and at ease, allowing thoughts to fade naturally and rest to deepen without needing to go anywhere at all. BLOCK 15. Balance without effort. Balance on Earth is not something that is actively maintained through constant correction or control. It arises naturally from slow interaction, from forces meeting gently and adjusting over time until equilibrium settles in. This balance does not announce itself and does not require attention. It exists quietly beneath everything, steady and dependable, allowing the planet to remain stable without strain or urgency. Gravity plays a central role in this effortless balance. It holds air, water, land, and life in place without tension. Gravity does not pull sharply or release suddenly. It curves space gently, guiding motion smoothly rather than commanding it. Oceans remain where they belong, spread evenly across the surface. The atmosphere stays wrapped around the planet, neither collapsing nor drifting away. Your body rests against the ground without needing to hold itself up. This balance is constant, calm, and always present. Temperature finds its balance through time rather than speed. Warmth moves slowly from areas of higher energy to areas of lower energy, spreading gently through air, water, and stone. There is no rush to equalize. Day releases its heat into night. Gradually, summer fades into autumn without sharp edges. Even the cold of winter settles in slowly, giving life time to adapt. Extremes soften as energy redistributes itself patiently. Comfort on Earth arrives through moderation rather than force. Water balances itself quietly as well. Rivers do not hurry downhill. They follow the easiest path, curving naturally around obstacles. Lakes settle into calm surfaces when movement ceases. Oceans maintain their shape through gentle pressure rather than resistance. Even waves, which appear active and energetic, are expressions of energy moving toward rest. Each rise carries within it a return to stillness. Motion always contains balance within it. The atmosphere follows the same principle. Air moves slowly from areas of higher pressure to lower pressure, smoothing differences without urgency. Most of this movement is subtle and nearly invisible. Gentle breezes far outnumber strong winds. Storms, though noticeable, are rare moments in a much larger pattern of quiet adjustment. The planet prefers calm correction, allowing air to settle rather than react. Living systems reflect this balance naturally. Forests regulate moisture and temperature without effort. Trees release water into the air slowly, cooling their soil absorbs rain and releases it gradually, preventing sudden flooding or dryness. Populations of plants and animals grow and decline over long periods, guided by availability rather than force. Life adapts through small changes spread across generations, maintaining balance through patience. Even energy from the sun is handled with care. The planet absorbs what it needs and reflects the rest gently back into space. This exchange happens continuously, without accumulation or excess. Earth does not store energy aggressively, nor does it lose it abruptly. It participates in a steady conversation with space.com and measured, maintaining stability through balance rather than control. At night, this balance becomes easier to feel. Without direct sunlight, systems relax into slower states. Air settles closer to the ground. Surfaces cool gradually. Sound softens and travels differently. The world feels more even, more contained. Night does not interrupt balance. It reveals Italiano. Darkness gives the planet a natural pause, allowing equilibrium to express itself fully. Nothing about this balance requires awareness or management. It does not depend on monitoring or correction. It emerges naturally when systems are allowed to move slowly enough to find their place. Earth does not rush toward equilibrium. It trusts time to do the work gently and completely. As these quiet truths drift through awareness, there is nothing to apply and nothing to remember. The planet continues balancing itself effortlessly, moment after moment. And as Earth remains steady within its own harmony, your mind can follow the same pattern, releasing effort, loosening control, and resting naturally within a balance that does not need to be held, watched, or maintained. Block 16. A planet that does not rush rest. Earth does not rush into rest, and it does not rush out of it. Rest on this planet is not a switch that turns on or off. It is a gradual easing, a soft settling that unfolds naturally when energy has finished moving where it needs to go. The planet understands rest as a process, not a destination, and it allows that process to take exactly as long as it needs. As daylight fades, the surface begins to release the warmth it has been holding. This release happens slowly, molecule by molecule, without any sharp change. Rocks cool gently, soil exhales heat back into the air. Water gives up its warmth at an even slower pace, extending calm well into the night. Nothing cools all at once. The planet avoids sudden shifts, allowing rest to arrive without disruption. Air responds to this cooling by becoming heavier and calmer. Rising currents weaken. Layers of air settle into place, stacking quietly above one another. Movement does not stop, but it becomes subtle, restrained, almost unnoticeable. The atmosphere transitions into rest the same way the body does by releasing effort, gradually rather than collapsing into stillness. Oceans follow this rhythm as well. Surface waters that absorb sunlight during the day begin to release that energy back into the night sky. Waves soften, winds ease, deeper waters remain unchanged, holding steady calm beneath the surface. The sea does not need to rest completely to be at rest. Its balance allows motion and stillness to coexist without conflict. Landscapes also participate in this gentle slowing. Forests, quiet as leaves, stop moving, and animals retreat into shelter. Deserts cool slowly, sand releasing heat in long, patient hours. Mountains hold their temperatures steadily, resisting rapid change. Each environment enters rest according to its own nature, without being forced into a single pattern. Even human-built spaces are influenced by this planetary easing. Structures cool gradually, streets empty, sounds diminish. The ground beneath cities remains calm and steady, absorbing vibration and releasing it quietly. The planet's rhythm carries through everything built upon it, encouraging stillness without instruction. Night does not demand sleep. It offers permission. The Earth provides conditions where rest becomes easier, not mandatory. Reduced light, cooler air, softer sound are invitations rather than commands. The planet does not insist that life stop. It simply makes slowing down the most natural option. This unhurried approach to rest has shaped life over billions of years. Organisms evolved to follow the planet's pacing, syncing internal rhythms to the gradual shift between light and dark. Hormones release slowly. Activity tapers naturally. Awareness softens. Rest becomes a response to environment rather than an effort of will. Even when activity continues through the night, it does so quietly. Nocturnal movement is gentle and efficient. Energy is conserved. Motion is purposeful, but calm. The planet accommodates this without resistance, allowing rest and activity to overlap without disturbance. Nothing about Earth's rest is dramatic. There are no sharp boundaries marking when rest begins. There is only a steady progression toward stillness, guided by balance rather than intention. The planet trusts this progression completely. As these ideas settle into awareness, there is nothing to copy or achieve. Earth is not asking you to rest in a specific way or at a specific time. It is simply demonstrating that rest does not need to be rushed, forced, it arrives naturally when effort fades. And as the planet eases into its own quiet state, your body and mind are free to follow at their own pace, releasing what is finished, holding nothing tightly, and allowing rest to unfold gently, exactly as it is meant to. Block 17. Silence that gathers gently. Silence on Earth is not an empty absence where nothing exists. It is something that gathers slowly, forming layer by layer as movement softens and sound loses its urgency. Silence does not arrive suddenly, and it is never forced into place. It emerges naturally when systems settle, when energy no longer needs to signal, warn, or respond. The planet understands silence as a companion to rest, appearing quietly once balance has been reached. As night deepens, many sources of sound diminish without intention. Winds ease as temperature differences soften. Water smooths its surface as energy disperses. Insects slow their movement. Human activity gradually fades, not because it must, but because conditions no longer support it. Silence does not rush in to replace sound. It accumulates gently, like snow settling across a landscape, changing the texture of the world without drawing attention to itself. Sound behaves differently when air becomes calm. As the atmosphere cools and layers stabilize, vibrations travel more evenly and lose energy faster. Sharp sounds soften at their edges. Continuous noise becomes distant and indistinct. The planet naturally reduces contrast, allowing silence to feel rounded and complete rather than abrupt. In this way, silence feels welcoming instead of stark, something that can be entered without effort. Forests hold silence carefully beneath their canopies. Leaves, branches, and soil absorb vibration, softening footsteps, wind, and falling rain. Even when sound exists, it is filtered gently, allowed to pass through layers that remove its sharpness. The forest does not eliminate sound completely. It holds it just enough, creating an environment where silence feels protected and balanced rather than exposed. Deserts offer a different expression of silence, with little vegetation or moisture to carry sound. Noise travels briefly and then fades into open space. At night, when temperature differences diminish, even this brief movement disappears. Silence spreads across wide distances without interruption. It is not contained or sheltered. It rests openly, uninterrupted and steady, shaped by emptiness rather than enclosure. Oceans create layered silence. At the surface, waves and wind produce sound, but this noise weakens quickly as it travels downward. Beneath the surface, sound dissipates rapidly, leaving deeper waters almost entirely quiet. Storms above cannot disturb this depth. The planet separates activity from rest vertically, allowing calm to exist beneath constant motion. Underground, silence becomes even more complete. Caves, deep soil, and layers of rock absorb vibration fully. Inside these spaces, sound does not echo sharply or linger. It fades immediately, leaving a sense of deep stillness. Temperature remains stable. Light disappears. Time feels suspended, not because it has stopped, but because silence removes the markers that measure it. Even the Earth's own movements settle into silence. The planet hums faintly, with natural frequencies created by wind, water, and shifting mass. Yet these vibrations spread slowly and dissolve before becoming noise. The Earth prevents its own motion from becoming disruptive. It absorbs, disperses, and quiets itself continuously, ensuring that movement remains calm. Night allows this gathering of silence to become more complete. Without sunlight driving strong temperature differences, fewer adjustments are required. Systems slow, motion becomes subtle. Silence emerges not as an absence, but as a result of equilibrium. The planet does not demand quiet. It allows quiet to appear when balance is sufficient. This silence does not require awareness. It does not ask to be noticed or appreciated. It exists whether or not attention rests upon it. The earth does not rely on silence to function, yet it welcomes silence whenever conditions allow, letting it settle gently across landscapes and systems. As these reflections drift through awareness, there is nothing to listen for and nothing to push away. Silence is already present, forming naturally around experience, and as the planet allows silence to gather gently, your own awareness can do the same, releasing effort, letting sound fade without resistance, and resting comfortably within a calm that does not need to be created, held, or maintained. Block 18. Darkness is a soft container. Darkness on Earth is not an absence of light, but a soft container that allows everything to settle. It arrives gradually, without edges, without command. As the sun lowers beyond the horizon, light thins and spreads, losing intensity step by step. Colors fade gently rather than disappearing. The planet does not switch into darkness. It eases into it, allowing vision, movement, and attention to soften together. Darkness changes how the world holds energy. Without strong light, surfaces stop reflecting and begin absorbing. Heat releases slowly upward into the night sky. Air cools gently, becoming denser and calmer. These changes happen quietly, unfolding over hours rather than moments. The planet uses darkness as a way to redistribute energy evenly, preventing sharp contrasts and allowing balance to return. Vision adapts naturally within this container. Eyes relax as contrast decreases. Details become less demanding. Shapes blur slightly, encouraging perception to widen rather than focus. Darkness reduces the need to scan, judge, or react. It invites the senses to rest, not by removing information completely, but by softening it enough to feel safe. Animals respond to darkness without urgency. Many slow their movement, conserving energy. Others emerge quietly, adapted to low light and subtle cues. Nocturnal life does not disrupt the night. It moves efficiently and calmly, guided by instinct rather than stimulation. The planet accommodates these different rhythms easily, allowing darkness to hold both rest and gentle activity. Without conflict, plants also respond to darkness. Without sunlight, photosynthesis pauses, growth slows. Internal processes shift toward maintenance and repair. This nightly pause is not a weakness. It is part of balance. The planet ensures that life does not remain in constant output, allowing restoration to occur regularly and reliably. Darkness changes sound as well. Cooler air carries sound differently, bending it gently and allowing distant noises to feel softer and less defined. Nearby sounds lose sharpness. Silence becomes easier to feel, not because sound is gone, but because darkness smooths its edges. The night does not mute the world completely. It quiets it enough to rest. Even weather becomes gentler within darkness. Without solar heating, rising air slows. Winds ease. Clouds settle into quieter forms. Storm systems lose intensity or shift elsewhere. The planet uses darkness as a natural regulator, reducing motion and allowing systems to reset without force. In darkness, time feels different. Without visual markers, moments stretch. The mind loses its habit of measuring progress. Attention drifts inward naturally. Darkness removes the pressure to respond, to observe, to act. It creates a space where nothing needs to be confirmed or completed. This container does not close tightly. Darkness is not confinement. It is spacious and forgiving. It allows awareness to rest without direction, without focus. The planet does not demand sleep. It simply provides the conditions where sleep can arrive easily if it chooses. Darkness has shaped life on Earth. For as long as light is, countless cycles of night have taught systems when to pause, when to restore, when to release effort. The planet trusts darkness completely. It knows that nothing essential is lost when light fades. As these quiet reflections drift through awareness, there is nothing to imagine and nothing to understand. Darkness is already present, holding the world gently, and as Earth rests within this soft container, your own awareness can do the same. Letting edges blur, releasing the need to see clearly, and settling comfortably into a calm that feels protected, spacious, and ready for rest. Block 19. Stillness that needs no permission. Stillness on Earth is not something that must be requested or earned. It does not arrive only when conditions are perfect. It exists quietly beneath motion, waiting without expectation. When activity slows enough, stillness is already there, ready to be felt. The planet does not schedule stillness. It allows it to emerge naturally whenever effort eases. Across the surface, countless small movements settle on their own. Leaves stop rustling when air grows calm. Water smooths itself after waves pass. Dust falls gently and remains where it lands. None of these moments require instruction. They happen because energy is finished moving and no longer needs expression. Stillness follows movement as naturally as exhalation follows breath. The earth does not resist motion, but it does not cling to it either. When forces meet and balance is restored, movement fades without conflict. This is why stillness on the planet feels stable rather than fragile. It does not depend on preventing motion. It depends on allowing motion to complete itself fully. At night, stillness becomes easier to sense. With fewer signals competing for attention, subtle movements become less important. The world feels quieter not because nothing exists, but because nothing insists. The planet reduces urgency naturally, allowing awareness to soften and widen instead of focusing narrowly. Bodies of water demonstrate this gently. After wind passes, lakes and seas do not remain restless. Small ripples smooth themselves out. The surface returns to calm without effort. There is no memory of disturbance. Stillness does not resent movement. It simply returns when conditions allow. The ground behaves the same way. Vibrations from footsteps, vehicles, and weather pass through soil and stone, then dissolve. The earth absorbs motion easily, preventing it from echoing endlessly. Stillness reclaims space quickly, not through resistance, but through capacity. Even the atmosphere settles when pressure differences soften. Air does not continue moving once balance is reached. It rests quietly, layered and calm. This resting state is not inactivity. It is readiness without demand, motion held in reserve rather than in action. Living things respond to this planetary stillness instinctively. Muscles relax when external demands fade. Attention broadens. Breathing deepens without being directed. The nervous system shifts toward restoration when the environment no longer signals urgency. Stillness is communicated through conditions rather than commands. Stillness also exists between moments. It appears in pauses between sounds, between movements, between thoughts. These spaces are small, but they are complete. The planet does not rush to fill them. It allows gaps to remain, knowing they are as important as activity itself. Time behaves differently in stillness, without constant change to mark its passage. Moments feel wider. The mind loses interest in measuring progress. There is nothing to anticipate and nothing to complete. Stillness removes the need for sequence, allowing experience to exist without direction. The earth does not label these moments as special. It does not separate stillness from ordinary life. Stillness exists everywhere motion is allowed to finish. It is available beneath forests, oceans, cities, and skies. Alike, it is not rare. It is simply quiet. As these gentle ideas settle into awareness, there is no need to seek stillness or hold on to it. It is already present, waiting beneath experience. And as the planet allows stillness to exist without permission, your own awareness can do the same, releasing effort, loosening attention, and resting naturally in a calm that does not need to be protected, achieved, or explained. Block 20. rest that continues without end. Rest on Earth does not arrive as a final moment or a clear conclusion. It continues quietly, without needing to resolve anything. There's no signal that announces its completion, and no boundary that marks where it begins. Rest exists as an ongoing condition, something that remains available as long as effort has finished moving. The planet does not treat rest as a pause between actions. It treats it as a state that can last as long as it is allowed. As night settles fully, systems across the planet maintain their gentle calm. Temperatures stabilize, air layers remain steady. Movement stays minimal. Nothing presses forward, and nothing pulls away. The Earth does not prepare for what comes next. It simply remains in balance, trusting that change will arrive when conditions shift naturally. Even as Earth continues its motion through space, rest is not disturbed. The planet travels smoothly along its path, guided by gravity rather than force. There is no vibration, no resistance, no sensation of speed. Movement and rest coexist without conflict. The Earth demonstrates that motion does not require effort when it is aligned and steady. The surface remains supported by this quiet stability. Water rests where it is settled. Land holds its form gently. Air maintains its layers calmly. Life remains held within these conditions, free from pressure. Nothing needs to adjust unless balance changes. Rest persists simply because it can. Deep beneath the surface, processes continue at their slowest pace. Heat transfers gradually. Pressure redistributes over immense spans of time. These movements do not disturb rest. They are part of it. The planet does not separate rest from activity completely. It allows them to exist together, with rest always dominant. Time loses its structure here. Without markers of progress or change, moments feel open and unmeasured. There is no sequence to follow and no future to prepare for. The Earth does not track time during rest. It allows it to stretch quietly, creating a sense of continuity rather than duration. Sound remains soft or absent. Silence does not demand attention. It simply stays. Darkness continues to hold the surface gently, keeping edges blurred and contrasts low. These conditions remain stable without effort, creating a space where awareness does not need to move. Nothing signals that rest must end. Dawn will arrive eventually, but it does not interrupt what is happening now. Light will return gradually, and systems will respond slowly. Rest is not taken away. It transforms gently when conditions change. Until then, it remains intact. The planet does not cling to rest or resist change. It allows rest to persist until movement becomes necessary again. This trust allows balance to remain without tension. There is no fear of losing rest, because it is never truly gone. It returns whenever effort fades. As these final reflections drift through awareness, there is nothing to carry forward and nothing to remember. The Earth continues resting quietly, supported by its own balance. And within this ongoing rest, your own awareness is free to remain still, unoccupied and at ease, without needing to wake, decide, or move anywhere at all. Rest continues. Stillness remains. Nothing is required.